Hello, welcome to another video. It's OT19 or Ultimate Gamer 19,000, and I'm here today to review to you this one feat may have completely just changed how martials are built. Let's get right into the video, but very first, I'm using this 1D&D playtest collection. It was made by the Reddit user, Vlad Empire. If you want me to spell it out, it's VLADAMPHIR. So look them up on Reddit, and they posted a link to this document I'm using. So massive shoutouts to them for help for making this, and overall just allowing me to make my videos even easier. So now the feat in question is Great Weapon Master. Now originally Great Weapon Master was used by every single martial build in the game, except if you're doing like a freaking swords bard or something like that. But if you're building a paladin, fighter, hexblade warlock, even barbarian, like any build that can use heavy martial weapons, you would take Great Weapon Master because it had one feature that is really good, but the other one is just brokenly good. The really good feature has not been changed. Basically, when you drop a creature to 0 hit points or land a crit, you can take a bonus action melee attack with the same weapon you used to take them out or crit it with, which is a really good feature. But it's only so good because with heavy weapon mastery, it allows you to take a -5 to hit, but a +10 to damage. And every build was usually just optimizing this one feature. Just being able to get a +10 to damage really made it insane how strong you could be. And also, it Great Weapon Master is what made Polar Master so insanely broken. But now, you may be asking, what does Great Weapon Master do? Well, now basically, once per turn, you're allowed to add your proficiency bonus to any attacks made with a heavy weapon, which definitely sucks. It's definitely worse than when it was before, and overall, I just think the fact that it's granted your to hit is higher, but the damage nerf is massive. Now level 17, we're talking about a +6. The damage is yes, a +6 is nice, but it's nothing compared to a +10. Because thing is, Great Weapon Master, when you're able to do 15 attacks or overall just have a really high to hit ratio, Great Weapon Master just became 10 free damage. It really wasn't +5, -5. Yeah, -5 at like level friggin' 15 is nothing. You probably have like a +13 to hit. Oh wow, now you only have like a +7. Or not even at that, you probably still have a +13 because of magic items. You can get a really high stat. Also, if that's including freaking belts of like, yeah, it's insane how high your damage can get. But now this feat has been heavily nerfed. So now you may be thinking, it's Jover. Marshals now suck. Marshals will always be worse than spellcasters. No, not exactly. I think Great Weapon Master getting nerfed has incidentally buffed, I want to say, marshals, and especially like the monks and rogues, because also sharpshooter was also heavily nerfed to the same as that for anyone asking. Because now the thing with Great Weapon Master is it gives you a strength increase and strength improvement. So meaning, because back then you if you weren't playing a fighter, you'd have like Great Weapon Master, Polar Master, but you'd have like a 16 strength until level 12. But now, since Great Weapon Master and Polar Master are now considered half feats, they still give you an ability score improvement. So, does this make the damage worth it? And I believe at earlier levels, I think this change is completely worth it. And even at later levels, I still think the damage is scales or is even better now. Because if we look at it, the old versions of the Barbarian Fighter did a lot less damage than they did now. Treant Monk's Temple made amazing videos about how the champion fighter previously with the old Great Weapon Master was actually worse than the new one with the new Great Weapon Master. Great Treant Monk makes amazing like optimization videos. Go check him out, fellow YouTuber. And overall, I think, yes, Great Weapon Master getting nerfed sucks, but it's not as big of a deal because now you're going to have a higher strength score, so you are going to be hitting harder and more often. Because the bad thing, Great Weapon Master, is at lower levels, it could be pretty crippling. If you didn't have advantage, then you may not be hitting your shots very often. But now, Great Weapon Master, it improves how often you're going to be hitting your opponents. And also, now since Great Weapon Master, like, buffs and, like, strength, ability score improvements are useless. Like, there's no point of getting ability score improvements in this day and age. Because, yeah, getting a +2 to strength is nice, but you can get something like Mage Slayer. Which, if you don't know, that if you attack someone with Mage Slayer, if a mage is concentrating on a spell, they have disadvantage on their concentration checks, which is massive. Also, if you fail a saving throw, you can just succeed once per. It's just a free legendary action, which is insanely potent against freaking wizards that are recasting Hold Person or Polymorph or Powered Kill. No, Powered Kill is no saving throw. Or Powered Stun, for example. Mage Slayer has been massively buffed, and Mage Slayer gives you a strength or dexterity score increase, which is massive. So now, I think, and the math proves it, with the new 2024 versions of every class, since all the martials have been substantially buffed, damage and utility wise, I think that Great Weapon Master getting nerfed is honestly for the best. Because now, with all the feats being reworked, where most of the combat oriented ones are freaking half feats that give you buffs, it honestly probably just makes it better. See, Sentinel and Polar Master both give strength increases, and these are feats that you would used to take. Granted, Polar Master and Sentinel stay the same, but they used to be so broken because of Great Weapon Master. But now I feel like since they give you a strength amp, and they're still good feats, they're just not broken anymore. I still think that ability score improvements have been kind of nerfed to the ground. And honestly, I'm kind of fine with that. And ability score improvements are boring. I'm sorry. But it is more fun, and you can make more unique characters if they have feats. And now most feats are now half feats, and this promotes players picking feats they would never pick before. And also, this really helps out sword and board characters, because sword and board characters have only ever been buffed now. Because now, since every subclass is stronger, that makes all sword and board stronger. That makes sword and board be able to reach those levels that a Polar Master, Great Weapon Master abusing Sentinel build is able to reach. They're not able to reach those same heights, but still have a higher armor class. So overall, I think at the end of the day, Great Weapon Master got nerfed, but not in a way that cripples martials. So I think, honestly, they did a really good job. Um, yeah, I mean that's all I can say. They just did a really good job at nerfing it because it deserved the nerf. I'm gonna be honest. Great Weapon Master was extremely broken. To no ends was it broken. At higher levels, it was just free 10 damage, and with fighters doing 16 attacks on a turn, getting freaking 80 bolt flat damage is insanely broken. But now it's more balanced, and overall, I mean, the math proves it. The fighter's damage has gone up, like, by its significant amount, which again is good. So marshals have only ever gotten buff, and they've gotten buff in a way that just makes them better at what they do. They're going to be hitting more attacks. Yes, they may do less damage, but with the amount that they hit, I think it probably evens out. And also, they're allowed to take way more feats now. For example, I've been seeing so many marshals take the charger fee. Which back then, I mean, yes, people still took the charger fee, but like not like how I'm seeing now. Like I watched my Treant Monk's video, and I think one of his ranger builds took charger, and I was like, oh, why? Why would a ranger build take charger? And when I look at it, it increases your dexterity. Now it's better. Or a fighter build took charger now, which makes no sense back then, because why the hell would you take charger? It would be much smarter to take the ability score improvements. But now since everything gives ability score improvements, these really weak feats have been significantly buffed because it's like, yeah, you could just take one of these more like weirder feats that increases the stats you care for, and now you have them. Or even I've seen a lot more people take grappler now because now they have the space for it. Now they have a 19 strength because they picked 16 feats, and you know what? They may have not thought of using grappler, but now they can use grappler because it provides a +1 to strength for dexterity, which is exactly what they need to get that 20. So overall, I think the Wizards team has done a masterful job at buffing and nerfing certain feats. And overall, I think I gotta give them the bravo. They did a good job, and and I'm actually pretty surprised. Sometimes Wizard does decisions that makes no sense, but overall, I feel like with One Day D and D, they've really been doing very good. But yeah, that's all for today's video. I hope you guys did enjoy. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe, and overall, if you have any thoughts or opinions now they did on these feats, maybe you think they did a terrible job on these feats. Maybe you think these feats are the best thing since sliced bread. Leave that down below. Cause yeah, OT19 signing out.